Ever find yourself stuck in a cycle, doing things you wish you wouldn't? It's often not about a lack of willpower, but a fundamental pattern called the habit loop. This loop is a three-part process your brain uses for efficiency. The first part is the cue. This is the trigger that starts the habit. Think of it as an automatic signal. It could be a time, a place, a feeling, or something you just did. For example, feeling stressed after a long day? That's a potential cue. Next is the routine. This is the actual behavior itself. It could be anything. Grabbing a snack, checking social media, or zoning out in front of the TV. Finally, there's the reward. This is what your brain gets out of the habit. It could be pleasure, comfort, or relief. That temporary satisfaction keeps the loop going. This cue routine reward cycle operates largely without you even thinking about it. Your brain loves these automatic patterns. Understanding this loop is the first key to taking back control. Because to change a bad habit, the simplest strategy is often to change the routine. So how do you start to identify the specific cues that are setting your unwanted habits in motion? That's the crucial next step we'll uncover. You now know the habit loop. To break free, you need to become a cue detective. Cues are the starting signals for your habits, and they often operate in the background. These cues usually fall into 5 main categories. First, location. Think walking into a specific room. Second, time. Like that urge hitting at a certain hour. Third, emotional state, such as feeling stressed or bored. Fourth, preceding event. What did you just do before the habit kicked in? Finally, other people. Who are you around when the habit occurs? Awareness is key. For the next few days, actively observe yourself. When a bad habit arises, immediately ask, where am I? What time is it? How am I feeling? What just happened? Who's here? You might be surprised by the patterns. Cues can be subtle, but they are always there. Focused attention will reveal them. Once you can spot your cues, you gain real power. But how do you use this to actually disrupt the habit loop? You've uncovered the cues that trigger your bad habits. Now comes the core of the simple strategy, the routine switch. You don't eliminate the cue, you simply change your response. Think of it like this: your brain is expecting a certain routine after the cue. Your job is to give it a different, more positive routine instead. This is about meeting the underlying need in a healthier way. Let's take an example. If stress, the cue, usually leads to mindless snacking, the routine, your new routine could be going for a quick walk, doing a few minutes of stretching, or listening to calming music. The cue is still there, but the routine has changed. The key here is to choose a replacement routine that offers a similar kind of reward. If your bad habit provides a sense of comfort or distraction, your new routine should aim to provide something similar, but without the negative consequences. This isn't about deprivation, it's about a strategic substitution. You're essentially hijacking your own habit loop and redirecting its energy to work. We've explored the cue and the routine. Now, let's focus on the often overlooked final piece, the reward. Understanding the reward your bad habit provides is crucial for lasting change. Ask yourself honestly, what do you really get from this habit? Is it a feeling of pleasure, a moment of escape, a sense of comfort? Your brain keeps doing it for a reason, to get that reward. This is where the routine switch becomes truly effective. Your new routine needs to deliver a similar reward, or at least a satisfying alternative. If your sugar craving, triggered by stress, gives you a quick hit of pleasure, Your replacement of going for a walk might provide a feeling of accomplishment and reduce stress, a different but still positive reward. Sometimes the reward isn't obvious. Think about mindless phone scrolling. The reward might be a brief escape from boredom or a feeling of connection, even if superficial. Your replacement could be reading a book or having a short conversation, offering a similar escape or connection, but in a more fulfilling way. The key is to experiment. Your first replacement routine might not be perfect. Pay attention to how you feel after trying it. Does it satisfy the underlying craving? If not, tweak your replacement until you find something that works. You now understand the cue, the routine, and the reward. How do you put it all together into a simple, actionable plan for finally letting go of those unwanted habits? If this video resonated with you in any way, like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to Brainy Sticks for more science-backed truth bombs.